You're watching Michael's Basement Review. Brought to you by GeekMontreal.com. Excelsior! And welcome to another tedious Thursday. Ooh, I'm all messy. Anyway, on to the first comic book. So, I was a little bit surprised by this one because it's written by Geoff Johns, and it is Faces of Evil Solomon Grundy. I was looking forward to this because there was a couple cartoon episodes of JLU, and they did kind of like a one piece on Solomon Grundy, and every time like the Alan Scott gets mixed up with Solomon Grundy, I kind of like the stories. But, you know, I found myself, when I was reading this, I was really unattached to the whole thing. The issue kind of felt more of as a setup for the miniseries that's coming around, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's the whole point of it, to get you hooked to the miniseries, but I just didn't feel like they accomplished that statement. And secondly, you know what, I just have to go back just not getting involved, not getting attached, not caring about the story, which is really surprising because I love Geoff Johns. He's my favorite comic book writer out there right now. He has a really great way of taking old classic characters and giving them a modern twist. And, you know, eventually he did try to do that. He retold Solomon Grundy's origin and kind of put a modern twist to it. And Geoff Johns has plans for him to be used, or doesn't have plans to be used, in the Black Lantern saga. But it just, you know what, I did not care about this character. I didn't care anything about the story, and which is really surprising because, like, I love Geoff Johns. So, I don't know. Okay, Secret Invasion, War of Kings. Okay, so this is their Marvel Universe's big epic space crossover, which I really enjoy. I enjoyed them a lot more. Well, I mean, I enjoyed Annihilation Conquest a lot more than Secret Invasion and Final Crisis. The thing about what Marvel tends to do with their big epic space crossovers, they do have a little bit of tie-ins, but it's nothing gigantic as Secret Invasion was. That was just ridiculous. And it's a lot more than Final Crisis, because I feel Final Crisis should have more tie-ins because it should reflect the DC universe. It doesn't feel like a big epic event. I've said that before. So I think it just has the proper amount of tie-ins to make it seem like it's a very heavy-hitting book, and this big stuff is going to go down. Also, a lot more stuff happens. And that's not to say that it's too sporadic, like Final Crisis, where it's just jumping from one place to the other, and most of these scenes, the action takes place off-panel, which is really weird. No, this Secret Invasion has a great... Secret Invasion. War of Kings, or Marvel Space Epics. This just started, so I can't really give it a fair shake. Usually have a great pacing of story, and they're not too complicated, but they're full of rich, complex characters who, you know, even the hero will take... Like, for example, Black Bolt, he'll do what's best for his people, and he doesn't really care. It's not a popularity contest. He'll just do what he has to do for the Inhumans, and it ends up Black Bolt's, spoiler, the new Kree leader. So a lot of big stuff happens in this issue, and I'm a big fan of Marvel Space Adventures ever since Annihilation. I think they've been doing great stuff, and definitely pick it up. I love this. It's great stuff. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and this is just your basic modern... this is your basic medium of telling a comic book story. There's nothing really original to it. I love Mike Bacone's artwork. I'm always a sucker for that. It's just your basic formula. Hero meets bad guy, hero wins, end of story. A little soap opera drama in there, because it is Amazing Spider-Man. But aside from that, not too much. I mean, there's been a lot better issues out there, and this is just kind of like a mediocre passing of the wind, if you will. Have you ever done a 3-day ass trip? If not, just pick up this issue right here. No Hero by Warren Ellis and art by Juan Jose Rip. This guy's artwork is sensational. I'm a big sucker for it. I'm really addicted to it. And you know what? He dictated a 3-day acid trip. That's how... in this story, how a human being will get superpowers by the administration of this drug, and one of the side effects is before the subject gets their superpowers, they have an acid, well, they have like this really bad trip to help whatever, they explain it in the book, but they forcefully give you a really bad acid trip, and Jose Juan Rip really did some great artwork here, and he really made that acid trip come to life, and it was very enjoyable to view and watch. The story is really enjoyable as well. Warren Ellis is one of probably top 15, top 10 writers out there, and he writes some good stuff, and Nowhere is no exception. So, I mean, I would recommend picking it up. I'd love to see Juan Jose Rip draw some, I love saying that name, Juan Jose Rip, drawing some Marvel stuff or DC stuff. That'd be tons of fun. Secret 6. Number 5. I am a really, really big fan of this series, except for this issue. I mean, okay, let's go with the cool stuff. What happens in this issue? Okay, you get some really good, fun torturing of Bane by the twins. Okay, they're the twins are the bad guys, and Bane is the hero of the book, or one of the heroes of the book, or anti-hero, whatever. And you know, as Gail Simone writing up some good stuff, and the art by Nicola Smith, I believe. Yeah, Nicola Scott. Sorry. Sensational. She's a terrific artist, and you know what? This two teaming really works well. What I didn't like was all this interior dialogue. I know I'm sounding kind of like, oh, I like my pretty pictures, but that's what I kind of liked about the Secret Six. Secret Six, the previous issues, was just like non-stop action, and it just seemed like an action-packed move, like, you know, like a Lethal Weapon movie, like a buddy pairing, especially with Deadshot and Catman. This has this long, tedious narrative about Deadshot, which just really throws the story out. I don't know if she was forced to do because of this Faces of Evil. I don't even know why they needed to do this. Secret Six is just bad guys anyway, so whatever. On another note, there was a very enjoyable fight between the new Secret Six member, I forget her name, but it was against Shershi, and she was just pounding the crap, and she also the new member took King Shark and just like ripped open his mouth like that, like, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, so I don't know. I like Secret Six. I'll continue to pick it up. She kind of just slowed down the momentum of it all, and you know, it seemed like I can understand if they're slowing down the momentum if they're wrapping things up, like, you know, the epilogue or whatever. But it was right in the middle of a story arc, which seemed they're in a hotel and all these villains are attacking them. Not a good place to slow it down, you know? That's what I find anyway. Aside from that, last week was really good. And I couldn't do my video because something fucked up on my iMovie. But there's 3 issues of Mark Millar, 2 issues of Jeff Johns. Super cool week. And this week was kind of mediocre, which is not to say anything bad. But, you know, when you have like a super cool week the last week and now you're just dealing with this, you're like, meh. Anyway. It's not really my picks, but, you know, it's what I thought this week.